the good old Scrambler 500. It served us pretty well in a unique position in the marketplace, being a sport ATV with all-wheel drive. But we also knew that it was getting long in the tooth and was overdue for an upgrade. And our dealers and customers were telling us that we needed a new Scrambler. And we delivered. And in front of us here today, we have the 2014 versions of the Scrambler 850. But as is in the case of any product that we've offered in the sports segment, there's a universal and timeless request for more power. And so once again, we're responding to the voice of our customers and we're delivering. And so at this point, I'm proud to introduce to you the 2014 Scrambler XP 1000.
So we started with the 850 engine. That engine is an 8-valve engine. It's got a 270-degree offset crankshaft with dual balance shafts. It's an extremely smooth running engine. So we started with that engine. We increased both the bore and the stroke. We bumped the displacement up to 952 cc's. So this vehicle is going to put out over 85 horsepower. It'll be the most powerful ATV in the industry.
The Scrambler XP 1000 is essentially a pumped-up version of the Scrambler XP 850LE. The 1000 receives the 850LE's Fox Podium X shocks, cast aluminum wheels, digital instrument display, and LED headlights. According to Polaris, the chassis and suspension shared among the two machines is optimized to work well on both models. The big difference is in displacement. With a 3.5mm larger bore and 2.5mm longer stroke, the 1000 features a 90.5mm bore and 74mm stroke, boosting displacement from 850 to 962 cc's. The exhaust system was revised to provide better flow for the pumped-up engine. Dual stainless steel silencers increase flow and tell you at a glance who you're messing with. Additional flow at the headers was achieved by increasing the primary header's diameter from 1.375 inches to 1.625 inches. Cooling capacity has also claimed to have been enhanced on the 1000. While the 850 is claimed to produce 77 horsepower, the 1000 is said to put out over 85 horsepower, making it the most powerful ATV on the market. Decked out in our Fly Racing Patrol over-the-boot pants and jersey, F-16 gloves, 3.4 helmet, and patrol riding jacket, we were dressed for unpredictable fall weather and our first brief ride on the Scrambler 1000. The Scrambler 1000 is undoubtedly big, yet the cockpit welcomes riders of most sizes with its modern ergonomics that are slimmer through the midsection than you might expect. On the trail, the 1000 performed exactly as expected, like the 850 with more power to spare. The 1000 may have an advantage on flat drag races or when churning huge mud tires through the slop, but the fact that the Scrambler has 22 horsepower less than the Razor XP 1000 side-by-side could be an indicator that the ATV displacement war is becoming somewhat pointless. That being said, the Scrambler 1000 isn't simply a mindless brute. It's well-mannered and very manageable for an experienced rider. The engine is so smooth, you can slowly pick your way through the technical stuff, while possessing the brutal acceleration needed to shred the tires exiting any corner at nearly any speed. With so much torque and horsepower to spare, the 1000 effortlessly growls its way up steep inclines at lower RPMs. This motor lets you get through boring sections in a hurry, and happily takes its time exploring scenic or challenging areas. With so much power on tap, we're glad that the chassis and suspension work as well as they do. The 48.6-inch width and 53-inch wheelbase yield a stable, predictable ride when attacking steep hills or corners. Although it wasn't possible to bear the throttle from a dead stop on a high-traction surface and keep the front wheels on the ground. The electric power steering is flawless at slow to intermediate speeds, but steering is a little light at warp speeds, especially under acceleration. Just a hint of front-end scrub keeps the machine from feeling unmanageable when you're really charging. The light, agile feeling front end has just a touch of front-end push that lets you attack corners aggressively while helping you keep from getting yourself in over your head or doing anything unexpected. Polaris has been specializing in building 4x4 ATVs with gobs of plush suspension travel for decades now. With dual A-arms and Fox Podium X shocks, controlling 9 inches of travel up front and 10.25 inches of travel out back, the Scrambler could easily be the best suspended big bore 4x4 ever. Small bump absorption and articulation in rocks is excellent. Whoops and rolling bumps can be attacked with surprising ease. The shocks never seem to pack up or deflect. The superb suspension action makes the Scrambler 1000 feel far lighter than it actually is, traversing high-speed rough terrain. Maneuvering the 767-pound machine in the air is another story. It's heavy. Whether you land perfectly or not, the suspension can easily take a few feet of air. The Scrambler's 11.6 inches of ground clearance comes in handy when traversing rocks or negotiating rutted, muddy trails where you don't want to frame out. Engine braking and 4-wheel disc brakes do a good job of slowing the machine in a hurry. Mini racks, front and rear, let campers and explorers bring along 25 pounds of front and 50 pounds of rear cargo. A 1.25 inch receiver allows you to tow 1,500 pounds. Most riders looking for a Mega Sport 4x4 for trail running or for GNCC racing will find the XP850 more than capable in the motor department. For the rider looking for the ultimate 4x4 ATV with the most power available for mudding, pulling, drag racing, or embarrassing their buddies at will, this is your ride. The Scrambler 1000 is not for beginners, novices, or anyone who isn't 100% sure about what they're doing when they pull the trigger. Too fast? Maybe. A lot of fun? You bet. For more information on the Scrambler XP 1000 or Polaris's full line of ATVs and side-by-sides, log on to Polaris.com.